Our local Tractor Supply starts to get in blueberry bushes, onion sets, that sort of thing in January. I don't know about where you live, but where I live, you can't be planting that sort of stuff out in January. I did want some of the blueberry bushes. They're a good price. I bought these plants, I think it was January 26th or 29th. I went back and looked, but I can't remember. Anyways, the end of January. And I just had them on my covered porch, out of the weather, out of the direct sun and rain, but out in the temperatures. And they're doing just fine. However, now it is early April. Today, I believe, is the 3rd. And they have been starting to get leaves for a bit now. And I knew it was time to pot them up. I didn't want them to just die in their little container. In today's video, I'm just going to show you a really easy, free way to pot your plants if you need just have them in a temporary space until you have a garden space ready for them. I could have also planted them directly into a nice looking pot if that was going to be their permanent place, but these are going to go into an area that has some other blueberries in it. I just need a temporary spot for them for about 6 weeks.
I picked up 4 blueberry plants. 2 are the variety Misty and 2 are called Legacy. I'm going to be using these empty 1-gallon water jugs as my planting containers. I take the label off, and then I also puncture holes in the bottom of the jug and take the entire top off with an X-Acto knife. This leaves me with a nice deep container to plant them in. When I pull the plant out of the box, you can see it's going to give me a little bit of extra space for the root growth because the container is a little taller than my plant. I put drainage holes in all 4 sides of the bottom of the container. It's important that the plant can drain well. Each container gets labeled with the variety of blueberry plant because they all look the same in the end, and if I don't label it, I won't know which is which. I add water to the potting mix to make sure it's really moist before planting. The bottom of the container gets some potting mix, but I won't know exactly how much potting mix to add until I take the plant out of the little plastic sleeve and see how much of a root ball there actually is. Then I can pop it down into the container to see how much potting mix I actually need to add. I want the plant to be at the top of the container so that I have as much room as possible for the roots to expand and grow, but no deeper than the crown of the plant. I don't want any of that stem down below the dirt line. Planting it too deep can actually kill the plant, so you want to make sure that the crown is above the soil level. It's also important to fill in the sides well so that there's no air pockets. I just gently press it all down in there, and then a really good drink of water. As the water settles, it'll actually show little indentations where you might need a little bit more soil. Even though I did mark the side of the container, I do use a plant marker. It's just easier to glance at the marker and see what the variety is. But if that marker falls out or gets lost, I still can look at the side of the container and see what I've got. Now I will continue this process with the other 3 plants. I got 2 varieties. I've got Misty and Legacy. Now Legacy is the one I'm currently potting up, and it doesn't have as many leaves as Misty had, but they are a later maturing variety, so they don't come out of dormancy quite as early as Misty. So there's nothing wrong with them.
You do have to be careful. Some of the plants are alive that they carry, and some of them are actually already dead. So I picked up these loganberries too, and they actually just look like a dead stick. This is a leaf bud, and it doesn't look promising.
So a trick is to do a gentle scratch.
See how it's still green? So in April, these have looked like a dead stick this whole time, but they're still alive. I do need to transplant them soon though. And this is what their final space is looking like right now. I'm gonna go put them in the sun. Last year I made a video transplanting potted blueberries into their permanent space, and I'll go ahead and link that one down below if you're interested. If you're interested in gardening, poultry raising sort of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.